Today I want to talk about drugs. No, not weed, crack, LSD, or meth, and not something you shoot up, smoke, or snort. I'm talking about nostalgia. The worst drug anyone, especially one who enjoys things of their past, has ever been on. For me, it's mostly old video games. There was a while where I was focused on old electronics, but I changed my personal focus just to go after games. Yet, nostalgia isn't limited to that. Think of a movie or TV show you watched as a kid. Is it still exciting to watch again, even if it hasn't aged that well? That is nostalgia. So what is nostalgia? It's that feeling when you see something from good times. Usually your childhood, a time of innocence, and something that is special to you. So today, I want to talk about the good times and their association with nostalgia. Recently, I began to watch the Marvel movies in their story order, and while the subject of whether or not they're good movies is up to personal preference, the subject of the feelings watching a movie the second time is the real focus here. And as I watch these movies for a second, and some for a third time, I'm experiencing them differently. The thought that a movie experience can change each time is fascinating. Where were you the first time you saw it? Who did you see it with? Was the movie theater out of salt for your popcorn? Nostalgia is recalling these experiences for you. If you saw a movie like Iron Man with a friend in 2008, but that friendship ended forever after you saw it, that could be enough to make you say, I don't like that movie because I watched it with him. We all have those people in our lives that we've distanced ourselves from, and the experience we had together are now soured because of it. But this doesn't always have to be a negative experience, or a good thing that brings us to judge content again. What about generally received bad movies like Venom? I like it, but not because it was a great movie. I took my daughter out for a date night, and we liked the movie, but for me it was the time we had to enjoy it that made it special. This warm fuzzy feeling that makes an otherwise dull experience good. But with most movies, I choose not to watch them again, and I let the first time be the only time. Why? Because I want the memory of the first time I watched to stay intact. Let's take another example. Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, and really dive into nostalgia. Is it a great game? Sure, if you like 2D side-scrolling platforms like I do, but maybe it has a deeper psychological connection. You see, Super Mario World was my first game. That's why I like gaming. It's one of the biggest reasons why I'm into retro games. But perhaps the largest connection is my dad. It was him who put me on this path, him who led me on many paths in lives, but more importantly, we bonded playing this and many other games together. I've kept that Super Nintendo and that Mario game from my youth, and I play it every year. From time to time, I'd get bored and want to start over, but when I went to erase a file and start new, I always left that first file there, the one that we completed together. However, in 2016, I lost both. For those of you who don't know, older cartridge games use batteries to save games. Unfortunately, the battery in Super Mario World died, and in the same year, so did my dad. But nostalgia is what keeps the joy of those experiences alive. It's what helps keep the memories going. Look at this. Will any of this bring happiness or fill a void? Well, that's kind of what I'm talking about here. These things evoke a time of joy in your past. Maybe things were better in your life when you got something. Maybe a gift from a long-gone friend will be the only way to remember them. Maybe playing a game or watching a movie is the best way to keep the memories alive. So what do we do about this epidemic? Enjoy it. Live in the past, have some fun with the things you enjoy, and don't listen to the naysayers. Live your life, even if it means in the past.